last week, same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this.
There he goes, left side. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You look at this Niner defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way. The scoreboard tells a story for them a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20, and he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that'll make our score 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw, Purdy. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to...
Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
On second down, this is Madison. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all to score on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Play fake. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's fourth down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Here's McLeod from his end zone.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A second down throw for Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 4. Now Purdy.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Shifts by him.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level. Moody good with the extra point.
And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Cousins to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
In motion right is Addison. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Cousins now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Vikings at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Throwing is Cousins.
He'll get this to Nwangu. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
And that's complete to McCaffrey.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now a 2nd and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Purdy. Samuel bringing in the slant. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Again, Darnold. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. On 1st down, it's Darnold. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And we are all tied at 28. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Kene Nwangu with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
2
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Purdy bootlegging it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, Purdy. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken right around the 44. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And this one is incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there, waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Purdy. Completes it to Jennings. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. Connects with Kittle underneath. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Purdy to throw it on first down. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Purdy now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And they'll accept that penalty. Handoff right side to Nwangu. Now he's loose again. Now look out. To the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, 95 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. They run over center with Mitchell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44-yard line, here's second and a couple. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Purdy throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Operating from the gun. Purdy being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Niners on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. Back to throw. Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Purdy now on second down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Purdy. That is caught at the 7. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. Purdy, big fourth down play. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, there on the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Here's Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Taking on the midfield logo. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7, though, on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A handoff from Mitchell running left. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. They go play action here. Purdy. And his throw here's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Cousins here to throw. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Darnold.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Cousins going to change it up.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it, because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. Purdy with one final shot here.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really.